Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and what you're looking at right now is a picture that I took this morning. I walked at my son was begging me to take him to Chick-fil-A, and he walked out to my truck ahead of me. And he was standing beside the truck, and I was walking up, and I looked in the tree right above him was this huge owl, and it had to be about 1.5 feet tall. And I said here, my 8-year-old was standing by my car this morning, and I walked up. This huge owl was in the tree right above, staring down at him. Flew away when I walked up. Not sure if he saw a steak dinner. My son is 8, so he looks pretty small. And so I wondered if this owl was thinking of him as potential food. I know it would have been a big meal. But anyway, one interesting thing, this guy quoted my tweet, and he says, and I'd never heard this, "The owl is a sign from spirit that one from the past is watching over your son. You're blessed with love and prosperity." That is interesting. I have never heard that before. Now, against the backdrop of tonight being the flare snapshot at midnight, is my understanding, the flare snapshot is going to be tonight. We had, I think it was a little blip all the way from about, what you're looking at, by the way, is Coinbase Pro. We had a blip, went straight up from 55 to like 57 cents earlier, and it looked like the market was about to really take off, and it's acting like it might want to take off. Who knows how many people might come on and buy XRP tonight right before this thing. So you could have a market surge. Who knows? We'll see. James Rule showed this. I thought was cool. This is a snapshot, I guess, of his Coinbase account. And it says 81% of people are buying XRP while 19% are selling on the Coinbase platform. And I'm assuming that's like on a 24-hour basis. Yeah, 24 hours right here. 81% are buys. That's a good number. Hey, Oseko Carmona sent me a couple of things, I think. From the head of the IMF, digital payments represent a revolution in finance. From an unbanked person gaining access to financial services to a small business looking to expand, you no longer have to be big to be global. My speech at, I guess this is Singapore FinTech Fest, on the path forward. Then he also sent me this. He made me aware that apparently, at ECOSSEXRP1 had tweeted this out. It says, "What's going on here with the Spark drop? I really hope this isn't a glitch." This, I think, what we're looking at here is Celsius, which is supporting the flare drop. And they have the flare token at $1. And they are saying that this is a glitch. So we've seen a lot of glitches over the course of time. See, here's another snapshot where this guy's got 102,087 XRP on there, and it's showing that he's got $102,000. So it's showing Spark token as being worth $1. Okay, as you go, let me see if there's anybody else that put anything in. No, everybody's like, I hope this is not a glitch. But anyway, that's one thing that was going on. Now, I tweeted this out. If you listen to my first video today, then you kind of heard me talking about this. But I said Bitcoin and Ethereum, which are both tests, in my opinion, are classified as commodities. And now, just as Ethereum 2.0 is rolling out, we are going to get regulatory clarity. Is anyone asking whether Ethereum 2.0 will get a different classification? Proof of stake is a lot different than proof of work. And I think that this is a question that needs to be asked. I've never heard anybody ask it. Now, Shane Nixon, okay, and this is a guy that I met when I was in Singapore. Actually, had dinner with him in a I don't know what kind of restaurant you would call it, but anyway, had dinner with him. Very nice guy. He told me a story about how he was riding his bike through the mountains of somewhere, and he was listening to my channel, which I thought was cool. I'd never met the guy. He says, as a portfolio manager here in Canada with an interest in digital assets following the space for 3 to 4 years, this month is a turning point. An upcoming IPO led by 2 major banks will open the doors to crypto adoption. Smaller firms, including ours, following their lead, will now be able to buy Bitcoin. More importantly, this will take the handcuffs off of advisors and portfolio managers to make allocations within client portfolios. Congratulations to Mike Novogratz and CI Investments and to 3IQ Corp for blazing the way. The door is opening. XRP next. I like it. Okay, and then James Rule said this, when Bitcoin skyrocketed in 2017, wealthy investors largely stayed on the sidelines. This time, they're piling in. All right, this is a Bloomberg article. Bloomberg is the same traditional financial publication who wrote all the scary stories telling us that this was all going to zero and it was a fraud and all of that for the last 2 years. And now they've been activated. Bloomberg is ready. Okay. Bloomberg has been told that they're allowed to cover this in a positive light now. I mean, isn't that how the media works? The wealthy are jumping into Bitcoin as stigma around crypto fades. It's fading because you guys are now telling the truth. Okay. Go down to here. I want to show you this. Quote, this is a quote here. Normally in times of crisis, people run to cash, but who in their right mind wants to be cash rich at a time when major economies are devaluing their currencies, says Kevin Mirko, the founder and CEO of CoinMetro, a cryptocurrency exchange based in Estonia. You could say that the current events, the U.S. election, Brexit, and the entirety of 2020 have altered the way many in traditional finance view the value of digital assets. It's time, folks. They're ready. All right. Now we're going to talk about Flare a lot in this video because it's tonight. They do the snapshot. Ledger index number. This is from Flare. Ledger index number of snapshot will be posted on Twitter. And that's the Flare blog as soon as practicable after the snapshot occurs. And then we have, then I wanted to show you this. I retweeted a Chamber of Digital Commerce tweet. Just yesterday, or I can't remember if it was today or yesterday, I was talking about Space Chain and how Space Chain is, they've already got satellites in space that have Bitcoin nodes on them. Okay. And Chamber of Digital Commerce, they're a member of the Chamber of Digital Commerce. Chamber member Space Chain reached a new milestone today as Eureka Awards to co-develop a decentralized satellite system. It's inspiring to see blockchain technology in orbit. So I said, not so wild and crazy now. A lot of people thought that was a crazy idea, the idea of satellite nodes on satellites, low orbit satellites. Folks, if this is what this is what I've been saying all along. If you're seeing what Space Chain is doing, my question is, what is SpaceX doing? What are they not announcing that they're doing? That's been my point all along. Now, Mr. B makes an excellent point. We've been seeing a lot of people that said they're not going to participate in the Spark drop because of the tax implications, which is completely moronic. And Mr. B lays it out right here. Not claiming your Spark because you don't want the tax liability is like saying you never want to hit the lottery because of the tax liability. You only pay taxes when you make money. So it's good to pay taxes. Better to give up 30% and get plus or minus and get 70%. If I tell you I'm going to give you $1 million, but you're going to be taxed 50%, or you have option B, I'm not going to give you $1 million. Which do you do? It's just common sense, folks. So anyway, it's hard to believe he even has to tweet that. XRP Bart sent me this. MicroStrategy raises $650 million for Bitcoin buys in boosted sale of convertible senior notes. They did say they were going to buy 500 million Bitcoin, but here it says it raised 650 million up from the recently boosted 550 million in a convertible senior note sale designed to allow the business intelligence company to buy more Bitcoin. These guys are going all in. Now, Big Skinny, who is the official smart aleck of the Digital Asset Investor channel. Everybody needs a smart aleck on their channel. He's the official smart aleck, and he made me aware of a couple of things. First is this video from XRP Yo-Yo. Listen to this.
We're delighted with the outcome of our DLT proof of concept exercise that was looking at the application of the technology to the problem of liquidity management, which is a serious problem for banks. One of the things that it allowed us to do was to confirm our conviction that the use of standards, business standards with DLT is going to be critical to getting their widespread acceptance. We were very careful to ensure that we used ISO 20022 business definitions for the data exchanged by the participants using the DLT technology. And that was important because when we came to integrate that technology into the back offices of the banks, we found that they were already familiar with the terminology and the data that we were specifying on the DLT, and it therefore made integration much more straightforward.
There you go. Okay, and then Mr. Big Skinny had made me also aware of this. This is the Flare Network's blog, but a couple of things he pointed out to me. The first one is he pointed out to me something very interesting. This excluded groups. I knew that Jed McCaleb was excluded, but the wording of this is amazing. Other than Ripple Inc. and the non-participating exchanges, there are a few groups that are completely excluded from the distribution of the Spark token. These are Jed McCaleb and accounts that are known to have received XRP as a result of fraud, theft, and scams. So it's like they lumped Jed McCaleb in with fraudsters, thieves, and scammers. And I don't think that couldn't possibly be looked at as good by Jed McCaleb, which makes you wonder if this right here, the Jed McCaleb sales of XRP recently are related to this. So he had moved, said 266 million XRP transferred from Jed McCaleb's settlement to Jed McCaleb wallet, and then he sold 30 million XRP. Okay, you have to wonder if that's related. I also wanted to show you this that was pointed out to me by Skinny, which is the individual WhaleCap. A $1 billion XRP cap is set on any group of XRP accounts known to belong to the same individual. This means that such an individual may claim Spark using 1 billion XRP tokens, but no more. I did not realize that they had that whale cap on there as well. Okay, the Spark that these whales could have claimed with their XRP above the capped amount is also put into the incentive pool for minting FXRP. So I think they distribute those back out. Okay, now, so those are the two Jed McCaleb things I wanted to mention. And then Jed McCaleb just so happens, XLM, the Beast of Wall Street, had sent this out, bang, bang, Jed McCaleb on the Anthony Pompliano show. I find this interesting too. So Jed McCaleb, who started Ripple, comes on with Anthony Pompliano not more than a week after Brad Garlinghouse was on there. Now, I haven't had a chance to listen to this yet. I will and do it in one of the next shows, and we'll look into that. But I find it interesting. Okay. Now, James Rule made me aware that the Spark, the Flare token is already on CoinMarketCap, and I went and looked it up myself, and it is on there. Spark token is right here. And then I went and looked at, this is the XRP section of CoinMarketCap, and they actually have this written here. A utility fork of XRP, Flare Network will airdrop its native tokens to XRP holders on 12th of December UTC, and then it's got a link to their blog. Now, I made you aware the other day of my father, who is the official father of the digital asset investor. He had decided to start his own channel, which you should go and subscribe to. I have subscribed, but I'm not logged in right here on this. But his channel is CFTT TV, and he's doing, and I don't agree with everything he says on there. It's not my channel. He has his own opinions about things. But it is interesting because he's doing conspiracy type stuff, but he's also touching on digital assets and stuff like that. But he's going to do things. I told him, I said, well, I hear from people all the time that want to hear about UFO stuff, and he's going to do those kind of things. He's going to be doing videos on everything from UFOs to Q to whatever. He's going to talk about all those things. And to be honest, I don't even know what his opinions are on some of those things. We will find out. But go give him a subscribe. It's he's admittedly learning, and he's just doing videos, and he's getting better as he goes. But I mean, I've already noticed, I remember what it was like the first time you do a video, and I've already noticed a drastic improvement from the first one I watched. But this one he actually did some information on the Spark drop that's going to happen. And I wanted to play you what I thought was the most interesting. He talks about the Flare Spark token airdrop in relation to XRP and price. Okay. Listen to this part.
So, will Flare's XRP airdrop boost the currency price?
And also, I want to show you how impressive are his graphics. He's been telling me about this great software he's got. And in fact, I don't know if I need to do it or not, but he said he wanted to give me the software that he's using for Christmas as a Christmas present so that I too can have these graphics. But I think my audience might be mad at me if I actually got good with the graphics on here, because I have the Mickey Mouse approach here and his is so much better. And he actually has the background and all the stuff going on, but I've just gotten comfortable showing the screen. So I'm sure I'll hear from many of you, don't do it or do it. You need to improve your garbage setup. But anyway, he's got a really cool setup here. And I think he's actually had somebody helping him with it. But anyway, watch this.
Absolutely, according to InvestorPlace.com. They predict that in order for XRP to increase its use case, XRP needs to add more diversity. And that's where the Flare network comes in. By adding more services for XRP, the Flare network hopes to help XRP accomplish this goal. If they succeed, the XRP price will flourish as adoption spreads. And as long as demand grows faster than the XRP supply, prices will naturally rise. Now let's return to Brad.
Well, look how he moves all around the screen. He does have a pretty cool setup. I'm jealous. And by the way, my 8-year-old was fighting in the car on the way home this afternoon. And so I told him to go pick up the pine cones in the backyard. And now I'm looking out the front window and he's playing with his friend in the front yard. Apparently he didn't take me serious. So he might be having to do the pine cones in the front yard as well. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that my 8-year-old almost got picked up by an owl this morning, and now he's in trouble and has to pick up pine cones. He's had a long day. Thanks for listening.